San Diego sellers are shy this holiday season, but slumping sales have inventory levels as high as they've been in 3 years.
Let's take a look at what's happened over the past few weeks, and then we'll zoom out to look at long-term trends.
So looking at new listings, those are down by 28.2% from October to November, and that's what I mean by shy San Diego sellers.
Which is somewhat typical for this time of year.
Yeah, somewhat typical to see new listings drop into the holiday season, although 30% down is pretty significant. Sales are off 16.6%. Pending sales have dropped 16.6%, and that's why the number of homes for sale is remaining somewhat high. This is the most homes we've had on the market in San Diego County heading into the new year that we've had in the last 3 years, and it's still a fairly low level of inventory, but significantly down from this summer. Looking at closed sales, those are only off 12.8% from December, and that's a lagging indicator, as we like to point out. Days on market has remained very constant at 36 days, and that has been creeping up all year, but seems to have leveled off for the time being. And median price came down 1.1%. or $10,000.
Okay.
So $890,000 is the November median.
Still a pretty strong price.
Not bad.
All right, should we check out some long-term trends?
Let's have a look.
Let's check out new listings.
Yes, looking at new listings, as you pointed out, those are definitely usually lower heading into the holiday season, although look at 2022, 2023, and now 2024, the lowest number of new listings that we've seen in November for 3 years, at least for detached homes and also attached homes. And year to date, new listings are actually up, which is why we're seeing that higher level of inventory now heading into 2025. And this is all framed around what's happening in the long-term chart here. Just less and less people selling homes nearly every year since 2021. Or actually since 2020. I'm sorry. It's been going down every year. We used to have, closer to 3,500 new listings a month, and now we're looking about, less than half that.
I want to talk about this chart a little bit more too, because people ask us, what's the best time of year to sell your home?
Yes.
Well, if you look at this chart, you can see there's a very seasonal cycle, and whether it's, kind of subdued as it has been for the past couple of years or more volume as it was previously, you can tell that it dips in the winter time, and then it rebounds in the spring and summer, and then dips again.
Yes.
It's very cyclical. So that's volume. So if you want to sell your home when the most volume is happening, spring and summer, it's quite obvious.
Yes.
Well, when we go forward to median price, we'll see a different chart. So you don't, and people ask, what's the best time to sell your home? Well, I think most people want to know, when are you going to get the most for your home?
Yes, it might be the question I hear the most.
Yes, let's revisit that when we get to that chart. But I just wanted to point this out. Highest volume, definitely spring and summer. We'll check out median price in a minute.
Excellent point.
But let's move on to closed sales.
Yes. So looking at closed sales, those are actually up from 2023. By, a little bit here, 14.8%. So we're almost at 1,100 closed detached sales in November, and almost 600 attached sales. And year to date, again, up slightly from 2023. So we're seeing just a little bit more robust performance in the market since 2023, which was kind of a rock bottom year in terms of volume.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Yes, for sure.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, long-term trend, really the same story. Everything looks really regular until you get to 2020, and then it starts to sort of get a little weird.
Get all 2020.
Yes.
All right. Are we ready to talk about median prices?
Let's talk about it. Okay, so median price, despite higher inventory, despite anything you might be hearing, median price is still up from 2023 to 2024, 4.4%, and that's not too shabby considering that the median price for a detached home is $1,027,750. 4% of that is a decent return on your investment, and you get to live in it.
Yes.
So that's a plus. And then the long-term chart, I'll let you dive in and talk about what you were talking about?
Oh, well, I was just going to point out that this chart looks much different than the closed sales or new listings where you can see the seasonal rise and fall.
Yes.
This chart, how much you're going to get for your home, it really doesn't follow that same pattern. It's much more complicated than that.
Yes.
So as far as how much are you going to get for your home, you really can't say you're going to get more in the spring, you're going to get more in the summer. You might, but it's a much more complicated dynamic of market conditions.
That's true. Yes, median price is it's steadily on the rise here and doesn't really have any seasonal pattern to it. As a listing agent, I prefer less competition, and of course, for you, you would rather do things when it's right for you to do things versus trying to time it: spring, summer, fall, winter. I guess the short answer to the question is it's when you need to go.
Yes. When is the right time to move?
When you need to move.
When you need to move.
Yes.
All right. Well, interest rates have definitely been affecting the market.
Yes.
So are we ready to have a look at interest rates?
Let's have a look.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's this week's Freddie Mac chart. Do you want to talk about what's happening here?
Yes. Looking at the 30-year fixed rate, it has been on a wild ride in 2024. We started the year up near 7%. We dipped down a bit, and then we jumped up a bit, above 7, way above 7, and then all the way down here in the late summer, down to almost 6%. I had a couple of buyers get into the 5s with some mortgage magic, and then right back up again. Currently, rates are trending down, 6.6, and we hope to see this downward trend continue. When you look at the difference between a payment on a 7.22% versus payment on 6.09 at our median price currently here in 2024, it's a vast difference on a monthly basis. So it really affects people's buying decisions, and it affects sellers in terms of whether or not they're going to sell their home, because most sellers also become buyers.
Well, at the beginning of the year, experts were saying we were expecting rates in the 5s by this time this year. That didn't happen, so we'll see what happens moving forward into next year. Hopefully rates will come down, which will be good for everyone.
I have just given up trying to predict what's going to happen with rates. I'm more in the hoping phase at this point.
We'll tell you what's happening right now. We can be pretty sure of that.
Yep. Right now they're going down, and that's good.
Okay. All right. Well, are we good for today?
I think so.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you next time.
See you later, folks.